Dale Davis, Dave Herman, Caleb Starnes. Gonna rock the house tonight with a super...
I'm really looking forward to seeing some of these guys fight. I fought with Brian Foster before. The guy knocks people out. He is nasty. Daniel Roberts, this guy's a submission whiz. But we got the human highlight reel. Toninho Furia fighting UFC vet Alvin Robinson coming off first.
Toninho Furia and Alvin Robinson will kick things off for us. Featherweights. The hashtag fans, fighters first. The excitement begins now. Yesterday at the weigh-ins, Furia looking ripped and ready, and Alvin Robinson for us.
These guys had an intense stare down. Look at that.
Brazilian top team in the house. They're ready for war.
Yeah, this Furia is tough, but he's fighting a rugged UFC vet and Alvin Robinson.
Uncomfortably close, these two, the tail of the tape. Very interesting. The measurements between these two are close. The age difference notable. The American has 6 years on the Brazilian. Robinson, 31, Furia, 25. The excitement has built to this. We head into the hexagon to Jeff Houston.
Ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome to TitanFC 28 live on the CBS Sports Network here at the First Council Hotel, Newkirk, Oklahoma. Introducing first to the TitanFC hexagon, Alvin Robinson.
Alvin Robinson. His nickname is the Kid. This is a kid with a lot of experience. 20 MMA professional fights, a BJJ black belt, and a youth minister who fights to reach troubled teens. A variety of paths bring fighters into the hexagon. Alvin Kid Robinson has a very unique story for us.
Right, but he's also a very talented fighter, regardless of where he comes from. Tonight, he's going to go toe-to-toe with Furia, and Furia is the man to beat tonight. I think he's the most experienced, the most versatile fighter we have on the card, and he's trained by BTT, a legendary school, so you know he's going to be well-versed in MMA.
Yeah, we think of Alvin Robinson as a veteran. He's fought in the UFC, he's been in there with Ken Florian, Nate Diaz, top talent. But Furia is got over 30 fights in Brazil. I mean, this guy has fought really talented guys down in Brazil, and he's stopped a good amount of them with devastating knockouts.
And ladies and gentlemen, his opponent, Toninho Furia.
From Campina Grande, Paraíba, Brazil. From Brazilian top team, a team that needs no introduction the world over, trained by Murilo Bustamante with a very impressive record. 25 wins, had 4 losses, 7 consecutive victories. He looked ripped and ready yesterday at the weigh-in, Stefan. What do you think of Furia?
This guy is nasty. Like, I was watching him fight, and my goodness, he punches hard, he kicks hard. Brazilian top team, need I say more? These guys are super well-rounded. They're good at everything. Need I even mention his submission game's good? That's kind of a given. Everyone down at Brazilian top team is a black belt with good submissions, but this guy also knocks people out on a regular basis with his striking.
He's a tall order for anybody in the world. You've seen world-class martial arts here tonight. Furia is the man to beat.
This guy could kick too, just like his teammate who fought earlier, Pedro Nobre. This guy kicks like a machine. Like, he throws punches and kicks. You don't know which one is coming next. It's like punch, punch, kick, kick, punch, punch. It's really exciting watching this guy fight. And really, Alvin Robinson, he's got to be smart in there. He can't just go toe-to-toe and start throwing down. He's got to keep his hands up, really respect the knockout power, and that's his main idea, not get knocked out and look to counter.
Yeah, and he's also got to have the fight of his life. He's got half the fights of Furia, but twice the losses. He's got to come from behind here. I'm putting my money on Furia and BTT tonight, that's for sure.
Yeah, Furia, in my opinion, the favorite. He does his patented tornado backflip as he enters the hexagon.
Incredible athleticism. Incredible athleticism, technical supremacy. Furia is the man to beat tonight. I can't say it enough.
Let's head up into the hexagon for the official introductions. Jeff Houston.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is TitanFC 28, and we are live on the CBS Sports Network here at the First Council Hotel, Newkirk, Oklahoma. And we are set for our opening bout of the evening, scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds in the TitanFC featherweight division. Introducing to you first, fighting out of the blue corner, standing 5 feet 8 inches tall, official weight 145 pounds. He is a jiu-jitsu practitioner with a pro record of 14 victories, opposite 7 defeats. Fighting out of the Mile High City, Denver, Colorado, here is Alvin, the Kid Robinson. And his opponent across the hexagon, fighting out of the red corner, standing 5 feet 9 inches tall, official weight 146 pounds, raised in the fighting disciplines of jiu-jitsu, and he is a striker. He brings a pro record to the hexagon of 27 victories, opposite 3 defeats, fighting out of Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. Here is Toninho. And our referee in charge of the action, Kevin Nix.
Fires are in the cage. Fires are in the cage. All right, guys, I expect a good, clean fight. No fouls, touch gloves, be warriors.
It's time for Bonner's Breakdown. Stefan.
No, Fury, he's just got to be how he fights. Be aggressive and let his hands go and set up his kicks with his punches. Robinson really has to not get stopped. Fight defensively till he can time Furia a little better, but he's wasted no time.
Missed the takedown, got his give
he
up
goes
his back.
Out, guns ablazing, gives up his back. This is not a good position for Alvin Robinson this early in the fight.
Alvin Robinson, the southpaw, walked into a big hook here. Tried for the takedown, missed it, gave up the back points here.
Jeez, Furia throwing some hard punches already. Robinson didn't like it, spins back to half guard, and now fighting to get his hook in.
Furia notably has that arrow etched in his hair. He's always coming forward, fittingly. The guy is so aggressive. For us, how do you approach squaring off with Toninho Furia?
Well, I believe they call it a harrow, first off. And when a guy's got an arrow, drawn on his head, you want to kind of circle and maybe jab at him a little bit first and see what he's going to throw at you, because he's for sure a wild man.
You don't want to get right in the pocket with a guy like Furia. Yeah, you want to jab a little, keep your chin down, hands up, and look the time, look the counter, look to get his rhythm a little bit first. He's very dangerous. You just don't want to jump in the fire with a guy like that.
This is a big moment for Alvin Robinson, who's fighting out of Denver, but he was born in West Covina, the same city where Troy Aikman was born, 3-time Super Bowl champion. Aikman talked about hyperventilating in his first Super Bowl. This is national television. This is a big-time opportunity for Alvin Robinson. How do you expect him to respond, Stefan?
He's been in the big show before. This is nothing new. He's got a lot of UFC experience, and he trains in Denver. So he's got the gas to go 3 rounds, and that's kind of most important, is surviving early. He's fighting a guy who's really dangerous, who hits hard, who has good submissions. Just don't get caught in anything stupid. Try to figure this guy out as the fight goes on, and then look for openings.
He's fought in the UFC before, but mark my words, he's fighting the best guy he's ever fought. Furia is a world-class fighter. There's very few guys as talented as him, and I don't think it's going to be long before he's champion.
I don't know. I think Kenny Florian might be able to take Furia.
True. Everybody except Kenny Florian.
It'd be a good fight.
Everybody except Kenny Florian.
Nate Diaz would not want to hear that out of you.
Well, it's 2014 and it's Furia's time right now.
Yeah, it really is. Guy is young. He's hungry. 25 years old with a ton of experience, and a ton of experience in Brazil against some really good talent. Again, trained at Brazilian top team, one of the top schools in the world.
Well, we had a possible katakatami bicep choke here. He let it go.
Just past the midway point of round number 1. Tactically, what are you seeing for us?
Total domination by Furia. He's in half guard. It doesn't look like Robinson can get back to guard or get up to his feet. I mean, he's just getting controlled here. And
The Katamikami, is that the name for the Von Flue choke?
No, that's katakatami, and it's the triangle, arm triangle, which we would call the arm triangle.
All right, I thought you meant that guillotine.
No, here it is. Here it is. Katakatami, a trademark of BTT here. Also known as
Brazilian top team.
Arm triangle. This is total domination. There's 2 minutes left. He's taking his time. He's softening him up for the finish later on. Furia is he's gonna look to finish in round 2 or 3. He's just breaking him down here.
Total control right now. Robinson just kind of surviving, not really wanting to get up off his back, especially in the middle of a cage like this, because if he does, he's going to give Furia an opportunity to get on his back, and you know, you don't want a guy like Furia on your back. You want to scoot. You want to get to the cage and try to use that to help stand up.
But what do you do if you're Robinson? You tried standing up, you got hit hard.
Scoot,
you tried to take down, you got denied. You get stuck on the ground, you're losing. I mean, it seems like there's no answer for it.
It's like 3 butt scoots away to get your back on the cage.
That's true.
But Furia, total control, got him right in the center here. Did a good job of that. I mean, that's, you know, a guy with 30 fights knows that the, you know, cage is a nice tool to help a guy stand up. So let me get him far away from that so I can just unleash some brutal ground and pound on him, as he's doing right here in the first round.
And you know, Furia could pass here. He's not trying really to pass. He's just grounding and pounding, softening up his opponent for the next round. Very smart fighter. It shows that he's got 30 fights.
Yeah. Yep. Not trying at all to pass his half guard. I mean, honestly,
here's an Americano.
When you're in
here.
someone's half guard and you're on top, it pretty much means you could land elbows. And, you know, landing elbows is a good thing.
We have a bridge and roll. Amazing. Here comes the armbar attempt.
Look at that active guard already by
Beautiful.
Furia. And that is
armbar slips out of it.
Slips out of it. Gets the back of Furia.
Crucifix.
And it was for the
A crucifix.
Wow. Nice jiu-jitsu by Alvin Robinson.
Amazing comeback, but shortly lived. Furia back on top.
Furious action in the final 30 seconds of round 1. What a battle between these two featherweights, leading us off tonight on CBS Sports Network.
www.7fightgear.com.
An eventful round 1, Stefan. A lot of explosive
This
action
round was
late.
all Furia until Robinson. Nice bridge, nice use of the hips to reverse the position. And Robinson, too, able to scramble out of this armbar, get the back of Furia, and almost lock up a crucifix. Top control. Furia does a good job of rolling, reversing it, but a good moment for Alvin Robinson there in the first round.
Here we go, round number 2. Robinson, he needs to be more calculated with his striking. He just ran in and bull rushed last time. Here he goes again, finding himself on his back.
Taken down easily. Furia almost timed that shot with a devastating knee, let the leg kind of flop out, caught him with a kick to the body.
You know, my adjustments for Robinson is be more calculated with your striking. You see he's rushing into it and falling down and getting caught on his back, which is the last place he's going to win with a guy like Furia on top.
What does that show you? Does that show you that he doesn't have confidence in his striking?
That's what it does, you know. I mean, you got if you believe in your striking, you're not just gonna rush it. You know, you're gonna use your skills. You're gonna look to counter. You're gonna look to work your boxing skills.
Yeah, it looks like, yeah, he's obviously watched Toninho's fights and saw what a great striker is, and he kind of doesn't want to play that game. He wants to get in as quick as possible, and he's leaving up openings while he does so.
Being on the bottom of the Furia is, I think, a very difficult way to win a fight against such a high-caliber opponent.
Yeah, definitely.
Furia continuing to dictate the tempo he did throughout round 1. There was a fiery exchange late in round 1. Are you satisfied with the adjustments that Robinson's made in the first minute and change in round 2?
No, I think he should have circled and been more calculated with his striking. You got to find a weakness in a guy like Furia. You can't just bull rush him and guess, hope you land right. You got to study him, find a weakness. There's always a weakness in every fighter.
Furia is good, but he is known to get a little excited, to come in just throwing bombs and willing to sit there and exchange with a guy. And that's where you want to keep your hands up and look for a counter with an elbow.
Exactly.
Here fireworks in this first fight of 6 here on CBS Sports Network.
He's still in half guard here, but you know, he spent 3 minutes in the last round in half guard and didn't look too good for him. He's got to change it up, get to full guard, do anything but half guard. Half guard is not working for you tonight.
At least he has a hook in on this half guard. This makes it a little better. He could swivel his hips, go to butterfly guard like he just did there, and now look to stand up on a single leg. There he goes, got the high crotch. Furia, great balance here. Not an easy guy to take down. Robinson trying desperately, runs him into the cage, tries to jack the leg up.
Right
Gets
hand.
caught with some hard shots. Robinson is
throwing heavy leather.
back.
Beautiful display of balance and defensive wrestling by Furia.
Really, great power in the hands. Robinson got hit with one of those haymakers from the top position there by Furia and did not like it. Immediately rolled over and gave up his back, and now he's in a bad position.
He drove Furia into the fence as hard as he could, and he stood up on one leg, bounced around on one leg, and kept punching him.
Reminds me of BJ.
Yeah, he does.
Remarkable balance demonstrated by Toninho Furia, the Brazilian.
It's almost like he enjoyed getting that single leg pop. Like, yeah, it's all good. Now I get to hop around on one leg.
With a guy who can do what he just did there, bounce around on the leg, he's had many guys on his leg, and very few have ever taken him down. You could tell he's a very experienced wrestler.
He's got that body triangle, hard position. Robinson's doing the right thing, going to the side where the legs are locked, and he eventually pops out of it. He's got to scoot his hips out now, but he's giving up the mount. A good job, Robinson.
Cradle
went for a
attempt.
cradle into a leg lock.
Elbow by Furia, short elbow, popped him right in the chin.
Robinson doing the right thing in terms of staying calm and popping his hips and spinning. Got that reversal in the first round. You see he got another one there and quickly went back to his back after attempting a leg lock and eating an elbow.
Heavy blows by Furia.
This could be the beginning of the end here, boys. I see Robinson fading here a little bit. Those elbows are doing some serious damage.
Yeah, you can tell, like, you get hit with a hard shot, and so the guy doesn't like it. He kind of gives a little sign of it, and Robinson did. He grimaced there. He got hit with some hard shots. Not like it's fun. No one wants to get hit with hard shots. But Furia, that's going to only give him confidence.
For Ross, there is a steady stream of Portuguese coming from the Brazilian fighter's corner, coaching throughout the fight.
I think he's executing the strategy perfectly. I think whatever they're telling him, he's doing exactly, because we got Murillo not too far from us, and he's really happy with his fighter's work right here.
Murillo Bustamante, former UFC middleweight champion, won the title from Dave Monet, a student of the Great Lake Carlson Gracie. And now Furia is just going for the finish.
Furia in the final 15
Referee's
seconds.
watching closely.
Can he end it?
10 seconds left. Whoa!
It's over.
Great fight.
Toninho Furia with a furious string of blows to end it. Alvin Robinson withstood all kinds of pressure. The sustained offense of Furia telling the tale. Stefan, that was impressive.
Yeah, were some hard punches. Alvin Robinson did not like him. It did look like he was still defending himself. What do you think of that stoppage for us?
You know, I liked it. Too many unanswered blows. I like the stoppage.
I disagree. With 10 seconds left, give the guy a little time.
We take a look at the explosive finish. Toninho Furia putting a cap on our first bout of the night late in round 2 with cascading blows.
Some hard elbows. Now Robinson answered by giving up his back. Looks like he's trying to tell the referee he's good. You get hit with hard shots. Some off the arms there. He's moving. Still bringing his arms up to defend himself. Hey, he was moving. He was defending himself. In my opinion, bad stoppage.